I had a personal hype train going for there, so I decided to end it with a raid for me. So, uh, yeah, he's just someone I really love watching him. I'm still kind of doing that too right now. It has been added to the playlist. Hey, appreciate it. Thought it was that Chugga dude. No, not that Chugga dude. Which we will be talking about today because honestly, I want to be over it, over this bullshit I've been feeling for the last couple weeks. And Chugga doesn't stream. I mean, he was gonna, but after what happened, he can't. I don't think he's gonna be streaming for a long time. It's kind of too bad because I was kind of excited for it until all this went down. Oh, and Chugga is not the screamer either. I've heard Chugga scream and it's way different. But, I guess, here we go. I'm gonna turn down though. But I'm still watching his stream in the background even though Alright. Can you guys hear me alright, by the way? I'm awake, I promise. That's fine, that's fine. So, if you're that curious, I implore you to if you're that curious of what happened, I ask you to please just go do the research yourself. I don't want to actually go into that part. I'll go into a little bit of it, but I'm not going into all of it because honestly it's not my story to tell. But I've had all these like pent up freaking feelings about it, and I need to come out. So unfortunately, one of my favorite content creators, his name is Chugga Conroy. He's been on YouTube for about 15 years, and I've been following for about most of them. And he came out. It came out that he was a sexual harasser, and then a sexual abuser who got involved with ERP online with a 15-year-old, and I'm just so freaking. I was so hurt. Even now, I'm telling you guys this, I'm still bottling it up. That's like, I'm so upset by it, and it's been aching my heart all freaking last 2 weeks, and I wasn't happy to hear it. That is not the news I wanted to start my year off with, and I just wanted it to be over. And originally, when the first allocation came out, I was like torn because, like, well, this is bad, but just apologize, take your time to recover, learn from your mistakes, be better as a person, don't do it again. Then the second one came out, and it was not proven, but enough where who the person was out who was making the allegation was close enough to the group he's in, and that was enough of it. And the final one was the 50-year-old girl coming out as an adult, who when he was 19 and she was 15 then, was having ERP sessions online. And I couldn't bear to fucking see it. But I saw all of it. I saw every last bit. It hurt. It hurt. I'm still processing it, and I don't know how to feel. Because at the beginning, everyone was like, well, I respect him just a lot less now, and honestly, that was my best path. And it's just been really hard. has been super hard. Then recently, he made his apology on Facebook, which was good for the initial allegation, and then went quiet and went into rehab. And the person who he was living with basically made it implied that was he attempted to take his own life, which that wasn't good to hear or read. Which if that is true, I don't even know what to think. And I've been in so much pain because of this. I can't focus at work. I can't. I've never had to deal with this, and I've been pretty diligent on ignoring internet dramas for the last however long I've been online, and this just came in me like a freight train. Couldn't. No, I don't know what to do. I always thought that this person I looked up to, who was the inspiration of what I'm doing now, the games I played, the people I watched, stuff I did enjoyed, really lived for, was basically a pedophile. It's like it's just really depressing, and I'm not a guy who gets sad often. In fact, like I've been really open about how I just bottle things up, and I bottled this up, and it's been hard. Even now, I'm still bottling it up. No, I told you guys I'm making this statement. Honestly, I was gonna make it earlier, but stuff didn't progress this far, and I was like, okay, this is my stance, and that's it. And we're not talking about it anymore. But it's gotta be said. I don't know how I'm gonna move on from this. If anything, this whole thing's taught me is that I shouldn't have these parasocial relationships with people, which I didn't even know what that word meant until this whole thing went down. It just... I've already said a lot of things I really regret and off camera about this whole thing, and I didn't go to the internet venting about it that hard, but... Just fucking stupid. I don't know why he did what he did. But I honestly don't know. I appreciate you guys' support on this, but if there's anything I want to take out of this, is I'd rather have all the memories I've had of him just be about the good ones, and that's it. I don't want to remember anything bad, but I can't forget it at the same time. It's like there's now two versions of him. The memories I knew and the memories, and now what's actually true. And I don't even know what to fucking do about those. And, I just think God, it's fucking stupid. Just hearing myself say all these things when, like, 2 weeks ago when I read it, and thinking the next day, oh, that was all a dream, and going online, seeing it's still going on. I don't even know what I would do. I hope he gets the help he needs. I look at all the things people say online about him, and it's like, that's not who I remember him being. None of that who he was the man I knew. The person who I aspired to be. That is not, none of that was who was like God in this field. And 15 years on YouTube is a lot to freaking destroy all at once. 15 years. All of that destroyed. That's not how I want people to go out. That's not how I want anyone to go out. But I just know that I'm gonna continue to... I'm not gonna stop doing this. This has been my dream ever since I was a kid. I've seen a reason to stop. Just because of this setback. It just sucks that the setback is a foundation I've built upon. And I didn't want to talk to you guys about this because I didn't want people making too much jokes about it, or because that's not what I wanted at all. I originally thought that's how it was going to go, because that's usually how it always goes with stuff like this. It's usually how the internet is, but yeah. I just want you guys to know that I promise I'll never be like that. I could never do something like that to hurt other people. I could never do that to another person. I would never stoop that low. Because that's just gross. This is not a good situation to be in. Not even be in. I'm not even in it. I'm just watching from the sidelines and can do nothing. I could do nothing. I either thought of, well, I just had to go out there on the internet and defend it, but that's stupid. I don't want people to get the wrong idea of me, so I didn't do anything. I didn't say anything. I didn't like anything. I didn't repost anything. And if this is what true depression is, I don't wish it upon anybody. So, I apologize for holding all this back for 2 weeks and, being so vague about things. And, if by some chance, Emil, if you ever see this, please get better. Please just get better. You aren't the man who I remember you being. You aren't the man who young me aspired to be. Please just get better. Do whatever you have to do. Yum. So, and that's one of the things I had to deal with, is literally my pain. I felt like my pain shouldn't be as bad as what the people who had to actually deal with what he did I feel like my pain wasn't as bad as what other people had to deal with. Like, the people he did the things he did to felt so much worse than I feel about the situation now. Like, I have no right to be sad or something, but I can't. I put so much time and effort into being a fan of his just for it all to be blown to bits. And I watched, like, all day today, yesterday, and the day before, his subscriber count go 1 million. Like 1,030,000, 1,029,000, 26, 27, 20, or 27, 26. And still going down by the second. The group he was a part of is basically ostracizing him, which is even worse. And I could never talk about my true love for that group or the people who were in it because I always felt embarrassed to talk about it. Even now, I still feel kind of embarrassed for talking about it because now it's basically a joke. And I love that thing. I love that group. The Runaway Guys, the group he was a part of, and now it's basically broken. The man we raided, he's a part of that group. You might have seen that I gifted like 22 subs. That was all impulse. I was just like trying to get it out of my head, and that was like the best way to do it because of all the love people were giving to each other. And I was like, screw it. But I appreciate you guys for who went to the raid. They meant a lot. I'm not showing it on my face, but I do appreciate it. I'll definitely post this video on the YouTube because I want it known, and I don't want to have to talk about this again. I'm gonna try to keep you more open about things, but because I don't want secrets. Not this deep. I can't hold all that in again. No. I'm just gonna take a break for just a second, and we'll be back.